All right. Hit it. Everybody, begin your sense for the day. Welcome to the live. I got Suits. Wait, we're gonna put him up. Just 1 second. So I know we got a couple people that are doing lives today. Looks like Edric started a live a half an hour ago. However, the show must go on, and we're gonna get started. We're doing a double stream on the Fragrance Connoisseurs and pick whichever one. Soon I'm gonna figure out how to also do it on IG. I'm gonna get that going. We got the man in the building. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. All right. Welcome to the live. We're going to go on to Thameen. I got Suits and Scents in the studio waiting to go on. And while I got them back here, I'm going to do my best Suits and Scents impersonation. So we're going to go and say, hey, fam, welcome to the channel. It's your boy, Suits and Scents. Candle. Here you go. It's not actual pineapple juice, but just imagine pineapple juice. Best defense for COVID. Pray for Charm City's son, Nate the Great, because he has COVID. Probably didn't have any pineapple juice, but he's getting over it. We're glad to have it. What I want to say is, first-time viewers, welcome to the channel. I'm monetized, so go back before you make a decision and watch some of my other videos, because I'll get paid from that, and let me know if you want to join or not. For the returning viewers, much love. And as we bring it in, my boy, Suits and Scents. Yes,
What's
sir.
good, fam?
What's good, fam? How you doing?
You? What's up with you?
I am doing well. Been doing a lot of traveling, but hey, I got a job. I'm getting paid that allows me to buy all these wonderful fragrances. God is blessing. I can't
Yes,
complain.
it is.
Curtis, welcome, sir. Welcome to the live. Senator Day is on you by Jerome Jeroboam. Nice, nice. I have to get into the house of Jeroboam. Suits is always stylish. I was gonna do for my little impersonation. I had a suit in the background, but I didn't have a chance to put it on. I don't know how
Oh,
well I did, but there you go. We're gonna talk about Thameen in all of its gorgeousness.
oh,
All
it's
of
for
its
its gorgeousness. Hey, the man, what's up going on, the man?
He is in the building. Yeah. So we've had a little bit of controversy going on. We have talked about what is the difference with having decants or having
Mm,
full bottles that's been going around in FragCom. So
mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna lay it out and make a disclaimer that the Thameen bottles that you saw in the thumbnail were Suits and Scents bottles. I am going off of decant samples. So the disclaimer is only trust 50% of what I say. And if Suits says something different than what I say, take his word for it. Because you can't trust somebody who has decants. We're going to put it out there right now. But anyway, as everybody knows, Suits and I were talking in the background and we were talking about the House of Thameen. And I told him that I was getting a decant sample of Thameen. And Suits said, "That's a good one. That's a good one. I got 6 of those."
Actually, it was 7. I didn't know I had another one.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Uh yeah, the man. It is happening. Well, just saying it's a thing that people are talking about right now, but it's all good. I find it funny. I personally, in just addressing this for the moment, if you do a review on decants, do a review on decants. If you do a review on bottles, do a review on bottles. There are people who have 20,000 plus viewers doing reviews on decants, and there's people that have 20,000 plus viewers doing reviews on bottles.
Mm,
I say do what works for you and don't worry about it. One thing I can say, and I give Suits a lot of respect, no matter what somebody says in his comments, Suits will say, "Thank you. I appreciate the feedback." It keeps it moving.
mm.
And that stops the whole show. Somebody can't come back after you say thank you. I appreciate your feedback and keep it going. So that's one way to break it down. But
Yeah, I don't have time to play with negative energy, man. Too positive for that. Say what you like. I mean, I've never really had a truly negative comment. You know, people might like to criticize or say that they're critiquing, but you're entitled to say what you want to say. Hey, I appreciate it.
definitely, definitely. So I want to first give a little background on the House of Thameen. I have 12 decants. And so I put the 6 that I believe in. We'll see with the 7th one. It might be one that I don't have, but I put the 6 that Suits has first so we can go over first. And I am freshly showered, so I have skin real estate to actually spray the decants on. I have sprayed them and I have done some things before. I've had this decant sample pack for at least a few months now, like 3 or 4 months.
Mm,
So I've only sprayed them like once because I've been doing other things, but I have sprayed them on skin once. I will spray them on paper and skin if it so moves me tonight. But the Mean London is a fragrance brand born in London in 2013. And they tell with their fragrances stories of British cultures and heritage. All fragrances are created with a profound love and passion for the craftsmanship of fine niche perfumery, with world-renowned perfumers. Our fragrances are the results of creativity through storytelling and being good to our environment with ingredients and materials we choose. Thameen fragrances are created with the inviolable artistry, memorable sillage, and intensive longevity by using the most sustainable ingredients. Okay, so that's a little bit onto Thameen, and we can uh, get started unless you want to add anything else. Like, how long have you had some of your Thameen fragrances?
Mhm. That's a good question. That's a good question. The last one I bought was, I think, Italia. I had them. It's been over a year and a half. Actually 2 years since I started collecting, and I basically started collecting from the house because nobody talks about them. Man.
Yeah.
Nobody, and I think they got really good quality fragrances. And what put me onto the house was probably about 2.5 years. No. Somebody had told me about, because I was talking about Tom Ford's Oud Wood, and somebody had put me on to a fragrance from. We'll talk about it in the show, but somebody had put me onto one of their fragrances that's 1,000 times better. But we're gonna get to it.
Good, good. So
Mm.
as we go, what's your scent of the day? Let's talk about that one.
Today I wore Boys to Portugal.
Okay, nice, nice. So rocking Creed.
Mhm.
Today I did Bond number 9. I did Shea Bond, but like I said, I
Hey,
yep cleaned up so that I would have skin to put some of these fragrances on.
Mhm. You
All
know,
right.
not to cut you off. I do want to say something about this decant thing or whatever. Um, you know, people. It's been a hot topic about people that's doing reviews of decants. So, do you think people that's doing reviews of not to get away from the subject, we're gonna get to it, but do you think people that are only doing reviews of decants feel slighted about reviewers who only do reviews of full bottles? You know that they're looking down on them.
I think what I can say is being in the fragrance community now, I've been a little more than a year actually being on YouTube, but I've watched for years and years. And I would say that in the beginning, it was, and still to a point at sometimes it is looked down upon by certain reviewers. Most of the time, back in the day, like say pre-COVID, before this big explosion of reviewers and everything happened, and it all happened at the same time because COVID caused people to stay at home and gave them the opportunity to buy more fragrances. That's and it's done billions of dollars as far as for the community. But what I can say is that the reviewers that were going on well before COVID, it was looked down upon if you did not have a full bottle. And even at the times when I do what I say a full review, if I call it a full review, I have the bottle. If I'm just saying I'm giving an impression or something like that, then I may have a decant. But for the most part, I use full bottles for the most part. Now, am I against people that use decants? The only thing that I can say about a decant, and a decant can get you at least a couple wearings if you have a 2 mil. If you have a 5 mil, you can get at least 5, 6 wearings out of it. I just think that if you have something, wear it at least 2 times before you make an opinion. Because if you get on and you try to make an opinion and it's more than just a first impression, you're giving people something different that you may come up with a total different understanding of the fragrance after you worn it for a while. And so most of my reviews, unless it's something that I think is absolutely new and I'm trying to get it out there to be one of the first people to get it out there, And even those, I still wear 1 or 2 days. I think you should try to wear something for a while before you just go out there and say, this is my opinion on something, because very easily you can change your opinion on it, and then it looks like you're being duplicitous on the YouTube channel.
Mm, true, 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 true. All right, I just wanted to say that. Let's get it started. Let's get it
Oh, hold
started.
on, hold on. You gotta give your you can't just go like that. What's your
All right,
what's your take on it?
my take on decants. Okay, when I can only speak from facts. All right, when I first got into watching reviews, because I always had fragrances. I've always had fragrances, but I never thought about doing reviews until I'm like, man, sure, I can do that. So, because I used to always look at like bow tie, big, the big name people, and they always gave a review on full bottles.
Right.
I can't recall or say them. They might have, but I can't recall to say that any of the big name ones gave a review on even the perfume guy. He's always done full bottles, and that's what I take my lead from. Now I know there's that one guy, I can't remember his name, where he give reviews, and he does mostly decants, and he has a lot of followers. I think he's
Troy
Korean, Chinese.
24, Troy
Yeah,
D.
Troy 24. Yeah, yeah. But his reviews are good, and they're very informative. But for me, starting out, and you're going to tailor someone, right? And the people that I'm not going to say mimic, but watched, they all gave reviews on full bottles. That's where I took my lead from. And plus, I've always had full bottles. If I did a decant because I either didn't like the fragrance and still wanted to do a review on it, or the fragrance wasn't out yet.
Yeah. Now, here's one thing that I can say to add to that little controversy. The bigger reviewers are getting full bottles before they're actually coming out on the market sometimes. So
Mhm.
where you can only get a decant before it comes out fully on the market, the bigger reviewers then now have a leg up to get a full review out before you, if you're waiting to get a full bottle.
That's true.
Because say, like, especially with some of the places like Zaharoff and things like that, if you have a relationship with the owner, like Zaharoff, you got Argos, you got some of the niche perfume places where you think that they have kind of a leg up because they're going to get it before it gets released. And then the smaller reviewers, they may be able to get their hands on a decant, but they can't get their hands on a full bottle. And then maybe they feel like they're being slighted because they can't get their review out first. So I do see that there's that issue.
Mhm.
And we got a question from Coders. Do you think there's a difference between a fragrance reviewer and a fragrance collector that talks about fragrances on YouTube?
Mm. That's a
Yes and no. So I do believe there is a difference between a fragrance reviewer and a fragrance collector if you go straight with the definition of it. So a fragrance collector, I would think, if I'm thinking about it in my terms, a fragrance collector is going to be somebody who collects bottles. A fragrance reviewer may be somebody who reviews, and they're not necessarily a collector of bottles. Uh, and in general, what has kind of been thought of is that on YouTube, they're the same person. That if you're a fragrance reviewer, you're a fragrance collector. Because if
Mhm.
I look at a fragrance and think, okay, the way you have phrased it, which is a great way that you phrase that question, if I think of it, if you're a fragrance reviewer, then you may be looking to just review fragrances and not worried about collecting. In fact, if you're just a reviewer and you want to get out, you get a quick fragrance, you do a review, and then you get rid of that fragrance, you're on to the next one, the next review, and all that kind of stuff. So, some if you're not necessarily a fragrance collector and you're a fragrance reviewer, then it's one thing. But when I look at a fragrance collector, so there are very few bottles that I've gotten rid of. And because each one that I buy has a certain nostalgia. It has a certain reason of why I bought it, and it does something to be in my collection. Where there are fragrances that I've given away as, and most of them have been usually clone fragrances and stuff like that. Those are my biggest views. But yeah, it's hard to give away a niche fragrance. And in general, the reason why I bought it was for a certain reason. And there's some niche fragrances that I buy that you can only wear in certain occasions. But that doesn't make it less special in my collection. And I really want a collection that has a whole lot of fragrances so that when I get to that certain situation where I think that fragrance is perfect for, I have it.
I look at it like this. It's 3 steps, right? First, you have to be a lover and fond of the art, right? You have to love perfumery.
Right.
And that will turn you into a collector. Because if you love something, you're fond of it, then you're going to purchase it and purchase quite a few, right? With those two things, if you wish to venture further, then you will turn into a reviewer because you have the product and the love of your product to do the review. That's how I look at it.
Okay. So in your mindset, then you're saying that first you develop a love for the fragrance, then you become
Mhm.
a fragrance collector, and then so a fragrance reviewer is also a fragrance collector, is also a fragrance lover. So you're saying for you to be a fragrance reviewer, you should already be a fragrance collector and you have to be a fragrance lover.
Yeah, I would think you would have product to review,
Right.
and if you're going to review product, I mean, it would make sense to be doing something that you love or
Absolutely.
fond of.
Salute
That's
all donors, Bops. Good to have you on.
what's going on.
Let's see. Scent of the day is Porthole. Man, I have not gotten my nose on Porthole yet,
Yeah.
but I am hoping to get my nose on that soon. I know Scent Split has it, and you can get it like when Scent Split gives their discount coupons, you can then order it. You can order the full bottle from them, and you can get 10 to 15% off on that. So, yes, sir. Good to have you on. We are talking about a couple things before we get into the House of Thameen. But what I did make it is that as we talk about full bottles and decants, I am Thameen deficient or Thamenic, and so I am less of an aficionado of the House of Thameen than Suits and Scents. I like that word Thamenic. I just made that up. I am
Mm.
Thamenic like anemic. I'm without Thameen bottles.
I was sure getting ready to Google that.
It is. You will not find it in the dictionary. It is a word that I just made up. All right, let's get after that joke went over not too well. Let's
Mhm.
talk about. So I think the ones, and you said you have seven. The six I know that you have are Peacock Throne,
Mhm.
Peregrina, Blue
Peregrina.
Heart,
Mhm.
Patiala,
Mhm.
Hard Oud, and Riviere. So
Yep.
there's one more that you have, right?
Septry.
You have Scepter.
Scepter, yeah. I didn't know I had it because the gentleman was commenting earlier and talking about you need to get your nose on that. Promise you. And I'm thinking like, do I got that? Because I know I didn't put it in the picture. I'm like, I need to go check the other room. I know I got there because I remember seeing it. Went in there, boom, there it was waving at me. It was trying to hide because it didn't want to get Conan.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good because I saw where you left it on your community page, and
Mm.
that is the only one that did not come in the
Oh man. Yeah,
discovery
I
pack.
see why I hit why. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, sap, yeah. That's yeah.
All right, so why don't we start with that one? So I did look up Scepter, and it came out in 2018. So you can talk with that one because I don't even have a decant of that one. So that's a good one to get started with. And especially since that was one that was brought up in the community page of one that you had to get your nose on,
Mhm.
which of course you already did.
Well, to me, with this one, it's all about the dry down, man. The opening is just, I'm not gonna say plain, but it's the dry down because it to me it hits you probably like 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, and you because it sprays on one way and then it comes off and it dry down a whole different way. It's like, oh man, what is this? It's warm, it's spicy. Hold on a second. Now we gotta take a hit. Hold on. Hold on. See, it open, you all you get is the spice to me.
Okay,
All you
yeah.
get is
Now, what it says, and I looked it up. So, what it says in the opening, it has pink pepper, Madagascar cloves, and coriander. So, that is pretty spicy for an opening.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Now, the mid, it says it has peach, ylang ylang, wisteria, and patchouli. And then in the base, it has myrrh, amber, ambergris, and benzoin.
Yeah, when it dry down and that depth come in there with the myrrh and the amber, yeah, that's really nice. It's deceptive, really, because the opening with the spice takes it one way, and then but when it dries down, it's a whole different fragrance. It's a whole different fragrance. Yeah, that's why I say the House of Thameen, man, it doesn't get enough credit. It really doesn't. To me, it doesn't get enough credit. It's an awesome fragrance.
The interesting thing that I saw in most of these fragrances is that unlike say Spirit of the Bi or Roja, it doesn't have a whole bunch of notes. It just seems
Mm-mm.
I mean, I don't know if it may have a lot of things in it and they don't really put it out there, but the notes that they claim that make up the fragrances and the accords, there aren't a whole lot.
Yeah, it's not that complex like a Spirit of Dubai or Erosion. It's not. And those two houses, fragrances, they got like what 25 notes in some of them. It's
Yeah, it
crazy.
could be
Mm.
30 notes almost.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
especially
but
Spirit of Bob, but Rosia has a lot of notes as well.
hmm nah,
So
but
do
stuff
you
is
get the peach and
yeah. On the dry down, the peach come in, the sweetness come in, and like I said, it opens spicy, right? It opens spicy, but then it just goes to a whole different plateau somewhere. You know, you in one continent, then when it dries down, you in a whole different continent, like you was on Star Trek and you got beamed up somewhere else. To me, it does. I've
Okay.
never played that myself, but yeah, yeah. And the patchouli, it doesn't neutralize anything, but the amber and the myrrh comes in on the dry down and adds some depth to it, some warmth. That's where the warmth comes in. The spices in the beginning, then the warmth comes in with the myrrh and the amber, and it sticks with it, and it just holds on to you. I
Now,
really,
how long then most of what I've seen as far as when I've sprayed the decants, and only take 50% of what I say. When I spray the decants, they usually last a long time. How do they last as far as on your skin or on clothes? Like Scepter, how long does that one last for?
now mind you, I'm an oversprayer, right? I'm an oversprayer, so I got 8+ hours. I'm an
Okay,
overspray, you know. So
good
that's why I
deal.
try not to give longevity because I don't give it a fair assessment because I overspray, you
And
know.
most of these are straights, I believe. Most of them
Yeah,
are straights.
I think yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Exception gave me it gave me 8+ hours. Mm.
Svengali, welcome, sir. See, your scent of the day is gritty supernova. Nice. I have
Ooh,
not gotten my nose on that.
the
I have to
name of
check
that
that
sound
one out.
is wow.
Yeah, supernova. See, and
Gritty.
that's the great thing about the frag community. You can always get somebody who will give you something that you haven't gotten
Something,
your
yeah.
nose on yet. So we're going over the House of Thameen. We started with Scepter, and okay, there's a question that comes up. Now this
Okay.
one should be a good one. About how many
Mm.
sprays you typically do suits.
It depends on the fragrance. I mean, see me, my this other gentleman had asked me my spray routine because I'm doing shoot each arm, each leg. inside my pants, inside my shirt, my t-shirt, inside my shirt, my collar, my tie. I mean, I'm hitting everything. So,
So when you say inside, you talking about like inside your shirt like that?
well, before I put the shirt on, when I have it on my coat hanger, my
Uh-huh.
shirt hanger, I open it up, spray the inside, spray the outside, spray the collar.
Oh.
Yeah, before I even put the shirt on. I
Now
don't
that
see me.
is something I have never heard of before.
Yeah, see, I don't spray it when I have the shirt on. I spray it before while it's hanging up.
Okay, so when do you spray on skin?
It sometimes, but with me wearing dress shirts, it's not going to come out on skin.
Okay, yeah, because
Like
you're not
right,
showing
because
as
it's
much
right
skin.
because it's not covered. Now I might spray my palms and on the outside, but I'm mostly spraying inside my shirt, outside my shirt, my collar, my tie, inside my pants, outside my pants.
You spray your tie as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so you still haven't told how many sprays is that. But then
It,
I
it
have
all
to ask,
it all depends. It truly all depends on the fragrance. I give you an example. Okay, say like La Capitale from Xerjoff. I'm doing maybe at the most 10 sprays of that in different areas because that's just a potent fragrance, and then after a while that will become a nuisance. But something like uh hmm, something simple like Baccarat Rouge or whatever, I'm all over with it. And I don't have a number. I just spray until I feel as though I'm covered. Because when I start counting, then I'll, probably stop spraying and be like, man, what's wrong with you? So I'd be trying to trick myself. But that's how I do. Hey, I saw that comment about French defense.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they was talking about that on what's the name thing. French defense is nice, but I mean, I prefer. I mean, if it's a cherry fragrance, Bodicea is nice, but Narcotic Delight is better to me. But come on, let's get back to what we talking about. So did
All right.
that? I hope that answered the question for my
Yeah,
statement.
yeah. So the first one we talked about is Scepter. It did
Hmm.
not come in the decant sample, but however, of course, Suits and Sense got my back,
Oh yeah.
and he went over Scepter. Yep, there you go. Nice, nice. So let's go. We'll go where you want to go.
No, it's your turn. You pick one. Don't matter.
All right. Let me see. Pick one. So all right, I'm gonna pick one since you went, and I'm gonna pick one that you don't have. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. All right. Let's go with, make sure I got this right. Royal Sapphire. So this one is Royal Sapphire.
Okay.
And this one was one that I thought was pretty nice. So all of these are basically coming from some aspect of London or English history. Wow. This one comes off first. It's like an amber, but it's also got a lot of flowery notes off the top and a few citruses off. I actually kind of like this one a lot.
Hmm. That one I don't have. Royal
Yeah,
Sap.
that's why I picked one that you didn't have. So then you picked one that I didn't have. So Scepter. Or
That's
if you can say I actually have it since all I have are decants and not bottles. But we're gonna keep going back and forth on this. Do we have? Oh, he's asking if we have Regent leather.
no,
No, I don't
I
have
don't have.
Regent leather
I don't have that either.
in the set, nor does the suit have it. So we'll have to talk about Regent leather coming soon. So this one opens up with mandarin orange and bergamot. Then it has orange blossom and jasmine. So the orange blossom and jasmine are the floral undertones that take over right in the beginning. And then there's amber, oak moss, patchouli, and woody notes. I actually did like this one a lot. It, I would say, if you were talking about where it leans, this would be unisex, leaning slightly feminine,
Mm-hmm.
but it does have a clean, almost soapy type vibe on it, but it definitely the florals come out over it. But it seems kind of fresh to me. It seems like a more of a fresher scent. And I think this one is a really nice one, Royal Sapphire. When I sprayed it on skin, it did last 8+ hours. And I don't remember if they tell me here. No, they don't tell you on the thing if it is a EDP, but I think they might tell you on the back of the box. So the back of the box basically, but of course, I put everything in the box. But the bottom of the box actually has the actual different ones that are inside the box on it. And this one, oh, what would you give Scepter out of 10?
8.
An 8?
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. And
This
that's
one,
only because I like one more than that. That's all.
okay. But this one I would probably give like a 7.5 or 8. I like it. It's decent. It is floral. It's a little sweet. And I don't know if I would get a full bottle of it, but this was one that I thought was an interesting one. It reminds me sort of going into, I would say, the kind of mode, and it doesn't smell anything like, say, Siberian Rose, where it's a sweet, kind of jammy type floral. This one reminds me sort of that it's like floral and it's sweet, and uh, it is a nice one. It is a nice one. But I don't know. This would be a 7.5 to an 8. So I don't know if this would be one of the full bottles. Now there are ones that I definitely want 4 bottles of, and that one wasn't necessarily one of them.
All right. Pick one that you would consider a full bottle, and we'll compare.
A lot of the ones you have will be. So if you go to your next one, I'm pretty sure we'll get into
All right, let's go with Patalia.
Italia.
Mm,
All
mm.
right.
Yeah, this one, Conan. Yeah, Patalia. Yeah. Mm,
All right.
yeah,
So
I got
what do you like about this one?
it. It's another rose fragrance. The rose is dominant, but it's not like your grandma rose. You know, it's not like your grandma rose. The orange blossom and the citrus is in here. And when you first spray it, you would think that the rose would come later, but to me, the rose came right out in the beginning, mixed with that citrus. And the rose stayed, the citrus kind of fade away, but then it matures. To me, it matures from a youthful rose to more of an adult fragrance on the dry down. Everything is about the dry down. To me, with the House of Thameen, everything
Hmm.
is the dry down. You know, it's like a transitional fragrance house to me. That's what I call
All right.
it.
So this one basically it has like an aldehyde. It has like a fresh type opening,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna have to check out the dry down on this one. I I did like this one as well, and I have it noted that this was one of the ones I liked as well. But to me, I really like the notes that I have on it was the dry down when the oak moss and the musk came in.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, some of these the openings were not as impressive as when it started to dry down.
Hmm.
And I really like oak moss as a note. And so when the oak moss started taking more of a center stage, this one became even more of a like to me.
Hmm.
But yeah, this one was one where the aldehydes made it fresh and it popped off really fresh and clean in the beginning. and then it got deeper and darker as it started drying down.
Lying down. Yeah.
And I
Well,
really like that the rose and the orange blossom really gave it a good floral tone to it, but the way that the oak moss came in and the musk came in and the ambery tones in it came in the dry down. This was really nice.
yeah, the dry down, they turned it more, added some depth to it, some heaviness to it to me. Yeah. Hidden Gems. What's going on, Hidden Gems? Mm.
Yeah, hidden gems, and I believe we said what's up to Percy too. So just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody.
Percy, my guy Percy. What's up, man?
Yes, sir.
Mm.
So we don't have Regent Leather,
Mm.
and that was one that we know that you like. So is this your favorite one?
No.
So when you rate this one out of a 10?
I get this. I get this a 7. Yeah, I give it a 7. I mean, they're all 7 and higher. I give this a 7.
Okay.
What you give it?
I think I had this one right at about the same as the other one. I had this one at about 7.5.
Yeah.
And the opening, the aldehydes weren't as like fresh as like a Chanel number 5 or a Pico Valderrama.
Mm.
So it didn't pop off in that same kind of way. And the florals didn't, it just wasn't, it definitely is not in the same type of vein as a Pico Valderrama to me.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
it's a
that's
nice fragrance, and I did like it. I did like it.
mm. Yeah. Pico Valderrama. Well, I always jack that name up.
Now, one that I thought that you have that I also did like a lot was Peacock Throne.
Yeah. 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 Peacock Brown. That's a nice one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peacock Brown. Yeah.
So definitely we're gonna get your take on it first.
Peacock Brown. Let me pull this thing up here.
Now, just off the rip, the pink pepper and
Mm.
the jasmine pops off
Mm.
immediately.
Mm. I think the jasmine more than the floral more than the pink pepper. To me, I get that jasmine more than anything else in the opening. Just from smelling, I haven't even spelled or sprayed anything, but when you smell the bottle, you get the jasmine.
The
Well, you
jasmine
get the
strong.
floral. Yeah, I get the floral because the rose there too. Mm.
You do smell a Thai rose too, but
Mhm.
I guess straight from the rip, I smell pink pepper.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
almost to the point where you almost kind
well,
of sneeze with it.
maybe I need to spray it. Hold on. Let's see.
All right, I'll spray this on skin too.
Mm.
So you sprayed that on
Yeah,
right hand.
yeah.
So you smell the pink pepper as soon as you spray it.
Yeah, as soon as I spray it. But that rose and that jasmine is right on his coattail.
Yeah,
Right on his coattail. Yeah. This I'm telling you, this house really should get more love. It really deserves more love.
Now, I had this one. This one was one that actually did not get a lot of love in on for Grantica, but it only had 26 votes.
Um,
But I had this one as a solid 8.
yeah, me too. A solid 8. Solid 8.
It has orris root in it, but it's not overly powdery to me.
Nah. Cause to me, the floral is the dominant note, and the vanilla, to me, the vanilla, the sweetness or whatever came in sometime later, but that rose note just like kicked everybody out of the front room.
Yeah. Now,
Mhm.
now one thing that I see in this also that the patchouli is an earthy patchouli that definitely is a lengthener of the fragrance. It definitely it has the undertone of the fragrance.
Yeah. Me, I always look at patchouli as a note to come in and neutralize a dominant fragrance that's trying to take over. You
Okay.
add patchouli in there and it'll just neutralize it and calm it down. and I see that, but it's not really somewhat with the rose because to my nose, the rose is it done took over the jasmine, and that's what I'm getting, just that Taif rose.
I do smell a type rose, and
Mhm.
it definitely is part of it. I guess we should also ask anybody in the chat what the mean fragrances you guys have, and if you do, let us know. I know besides Regent Leather because we don't have that one,
Hmm.
but this one was a solid 8. I really like this one, and this one could be one that I would look to get a full bottle of sometime soon.
Upset you lost. What's going on, my guy?
Yeah, and then yeah, upset you lost is in, and we also have Jaden. So
See, I'm glad the man said that. I think the reason why a lot of people, because remember when Zherzhov first came on the scene, a lot of people couldn't get into it
hmm
because it was so complex and people didn't know about it. I think Thameen is like that too. Not that it's complex, but it's just that it's not a house favorite. So people that um how can I say this without being getting flat from it? It's a house for a true perfume lover. That's how I look at it. It's a house
okay,
for a true perfume lover, just because they have really good quality. You know, and a lot of people don't know about them.
yeah.
What's up,
So
Sal, my guy?
Nate the Great, um, he asked what does the pricing look like for the house. So I can give you the pricing because I did look at that as far as on discounters. But what was um what was the pricing that you saw for it
For which one?
for just in
Well,
general?
for most
Yeah,
of
for
them,
the house
the
of Thameen.
high twos, the mid to high twos.
Okay,
You know, cause me, I'm at Neiman's. You
right.
know,
And in general, I think the discounter that has the most of these would be Joma Shop, and in Joma Shop it goes from like I think 125 to 200.
mm-hmm.
Maybe there's one or two that are above 200. I think one that's close to 200 would be Carved Oud. That is one of their more expensive ones. But
Mm-hmm.
otherwise, yeah, that would be
Mm-hmm. Man, look, we're gonna save Car Ooh for last because that's my favorite right there.
yeah. So what's
Mhm.
up, Nate the Great? I hope you're feeling better.
Nate the Great, what's
Yeah.
going on, baby? Should have been drinking that pineapple juice.
Juice. That's defense for COVID. The best defense for COVID.
I hope you're feeling better though, in all seriousness.
Yeah, he's actually on the mend. So Mr. Selly knows it all, and
Sally, BT
we
Sense.
yep, BT Sense. Welcome, sir. I need to get you on. I want to have like an Alexandria, just basic go through the House of Alexandria, and I know you were the guy. Even
Mm.
though you almost lost your Alexandria card by starting to talk about Montaigne and some of those other fragrance houses, but we gotta get you on and have an Alexandria live.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be
So,
nice.
all right, you let's pick the next one.
Uh, I picked what Peacock Throne, or did you pick it?
I picked Peacock Thumb. I
You
think I did.
did.
I said that
All right,
was
well,
my
let's
last
go
one.
with Peregrina. Yeah.
All right.
Mm, mm, mm,
Peregrina.
mm, mm.
So is this one what's the one that's your highest choice one?
My number one,
Yeah, your number one.
Carve, dude.
Okay. So we're going to Peregrina. We'll save that one for last.
Yeah, Carve. Yeah, that's what I'm
I,
saying.
I
So
like I like Carved Dude too. I like that.
yeah, that was my. I mean, I'll wait till we talk about it. I'll wait till we talk about it. Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Hmm.
All right. So talk about that one while we Well, I'll
Peregrina.
wait for this to get on the paper. I'm
Um,
definitely with carved oud on skin, and then there's another one that I really like that you don't have the one for, but
yeah, that's okay. We can do that. Peregrina. Uh, opens floral. Like I don't know something about this house, man. They do florals. To me, they do florals right, and then they mix this with some dry down. It didn't go gourmand to me, but it get hints of it to me on the dry down.
yeah. Now this one to me, it's damask rose and gardenia, which to me comes off as a green rose heavy.
Mhm.
This one really jumped out even from the beginning
From the beginning.
with the rose.
Hmm.
Then
Yeah,
also it has jasmine and lily of valley, but to me, what popped off the most was the damask rose and then the gardenia kind of making a green rose type of chord on it.
yeah. To me, it just opened up all floral. Period
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
opening.
it's definitely
Man.
all floral on the
But
opening.
when it dry down, man, and it's either cocoa or caramel or something, and some vanilla. Yeah.
It has caramel in it,
Mm-hmm.
vanilla, and amber, and then it's got amber in the mid and amber in
Mm-hmm.
the base, and then it has some powdery notes and white musk in
Yeah.
the base.
I think out of all of them, this one probably is the most complex as far as when it comes to notes. As far as when it comes to notes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this one has the most notes in it.
Mm-hmm.
This one I really like this one as well because this one reminded me of I really like rose fragrances, and this one is rose dominant, at least very much in the beginning.
You got it, Nate. Mhm. Yeah, man. Yeah, Peregrine. I'm And then, I mean, the presentation, the bottles was just square with the black caps, but I mean that pretty royal blues, I think it's just
And the black caps, yeah, that's nice.
yeah,
It
yeah,
gives it kind of a distinctive look.
yeah, it does. I mean, I just sexy, man. It really is. It's just sexy. I think so. Mm.
All right, so what do you give this one?
Um, what were we looking at?
Peregrina.
Peregrine. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought thinking about your son because COVID ain't no joke, man. Peregrine. I give that an 8. I give that an 8 because when that sweetness come in there to it, it just, I ain't gonna say captivated me, but it caught my attention. So I give it an 8.
I actually
And-
gave this one 8.5. I thought this one was one of the ones because the rose is a very dry, not sweet, not jammy, not
Mhm,
this kind of sweet rose.
mm.
I thought this one was a really good rose fragrance. And I know Curtis likes rose fragrances. I think this one is one to get your nose on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't like a rose that's that grandma rose. That smells almost like wax.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Yeah, this one they did this one right. Added some sweetness to it, then some depth with the amber,
Hmm.
then the musk come in there. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Mm.
All right. Let's see. Yeah. Curtis said he would check that one out. Yeah, I think that one's nice. Let's get now this one I believe to me, and I'll spray it again, but I
Mm.
want to go with another one that I know you have is
Mm.
Blue Heart.
Blue Heart. Yeah. Where is it? Here we go. Blue Heart. I haven't used, I mean, this one was kind of deceptive. When I first tried it, it hit me one way. But when I tried lately, I'm not feeling getting that same vibe that I did when I first got it. And I bought it. Not saying that I don't like it, it's not a good fragrance, but it's just not one of my favorites.
Now, this one to me, this one with the coconut and the vanilla and the tonka bean, this one to me reminds me of going into the type of vein of Baccarat Rouge. It's kind of like that sweet candy type
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah,
To me, this one, and I'm not a big Baccarat Rouge, the EDP. I
it's
like
just
the cream
sweeter.
better.
It's way sweeter.
Yeah. But this one to me has that same kind of vibe.
Hmm. And to me personally, what I, because I don't know, I guess my nose was playing mind tricks on me, something like the Ghetto Boys. When I first sprayed it, I was getting the coconut. Out of this bottle, I'm not getting, and I still
I smell
don't.
the coconut off the rip.
I didn't.
Okay.
See, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. All right. Hmm. I hate when fragrances do that to me, but yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
So this one I just kind of gave a 5. It wasn't, I mean a 7, not a 5. This one, it was a nice blend and it was a nice fragrance, but to me this wasn't something that I saw to
Nah.
buy immediately.
Mm-mm. What I did with this though, with this Blue Heart, I had layered it with Virgin Island water.
Now that seems like that would be interesting.
Yeah, I layered it with Virgin Island water, and I was like, wow, okay. It resurrected that fragrance for me. But yeah, I give it a 7 as well. Now it's not a bad fragrance.
No,
It's
it's not
subtle.
bad fragrance.
No, it's subtle. It's not a powerhouse. It's not mind blowing. It's subtle. It's not a bad fragrance though. It's just subtle. But me, I layered that with Virgin Island water.
And that would be interesting. Plus, it would probably help to extend the longevity of Virgin Island
Virgin
water.
Island, yeah, because it doesn't last at all, and that's exactly what it did.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so it has some of that same kind of undertone with
Mm-hmm.
the coconut in it. That
Mm-hmm.
probably would layer really well. That probably would layer really well.
Yeah, I sure did. Well, I was like, man, we got to do something with this. Boom, there it is. All right, so that was Blue Heart. So what's the one that you have that I don't have? Let's jump into that one.
Okay, the one that I really liked that I know you don't have. This one was oh man, you would think family wouldn't go this way. I told him that you had already said, and see, we got to take a commercial break. I told him that I presented what you said to you, and you said we're like family. We don't go like that.
No, we don't go like that. But you know what? What's funny is on Sips and Sniffs, they declined too. They said, "Nah, we ain't gonna battle you." They said too. So they tried to pair me up with Nosy, talking about me and Nosy posing. But man, I haven't heard from Nosy.
I'm gonna try to work it out.
I,
I sent him an email this morning. I'm trying to work it out.
I battle anybody. Shoot, I have enough. Shoot, I bring out some some Calvin Klein. I bring out some Jupe.
There you go. Yeah, I'm not scared. I'm not scared to battle. But you know what? I'm gonna set the rules for the battle. So if we battle, it's gonna be a clone battle.
You'll win. You'll win. I tell you right now, you'll win. I'm not a clone man. I mean, shoot. Star Wars, yeah, the Clone Wars, but nah, you'll win. I think I have what, one Latifah fragrance.
That's
That's a
good.
clone house.
See,
That's a
there
clone
you
house,
go.
right?
You just got to make up the rules.
Mm,
Because
that's how
I
you do it.
told Nate, I said, yeah, I'm scared. I said, I pulled out my Bond fragrances, and then all of a sudden, Suits, when I was talking about thinking, man, I got enough Bond to do something. Just starting to do some of that LeBron pulling my shoulders. Suits releases a video with my top 20. Not all I have. That's not all I have. That's just the top 20 in my collection. I was like, let me just take my basketball and go on home.
Oh man. Like I said, in the opening, you have to be a lover of the art. With being a lover of the art, then you will turn into a collector. After you have collected enough fragrances, then if you choose to, you can become a reviewer. That's how I look at it. Other people way might be different, but that's how I look at it. Because I don't see you reviewing something that you're not a lover of. You know,
Absolutely.
you
Absolutely.
know.
See, Nate is just hating. Nate's hating because he didn't beat me the last couple of times we battled each other. And so he definitely wants to get some vindication. Man, what I can say is this Peregrina is
Peregrina
actually
on the dry down.
I can still smell it. So this one is taking over the room right now.
Mm-hmm.
And this rose is exceptional. This rose is
Yep,
exceptional.
it is. That's why I'm telling you. I only got a corner. Oh no, that was Conan. Dang it! I thought I had some left. Dug it. Yeah, that's Conan. That's all to the afterlife. That one's gone. I got to re up on it. That one's gone.
That one's a good one. That one's a good one. That's on
Mhm.
my buy list. And what did I say that was? Did I give a number on that?
I think we said 8 for that.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
said either 8 or 8.5. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So this one is, and I'm gonna put it on skin as well. So I'll show you this one. This one is called Amber Room. I just sprayed my phone. I didn't know where to spray. What I can say about these are the actual atomizers on these are horrible, but it is what it is. So now, Amber Room, this is a full blown amber fragrance, and I I think it's a nice amber. So when you get it, it only has actually listed. It has like 6 notes. It's got amber, Turkish rose, spices, cedar, bergamot, and coriander.
Mm.
And this one, the coriander does pop. You can smell in the background. The cedar gives it a nice woody undertone. The spices doesn't tell you what kind of spices, so it may have more notes, but it just says spices.
Mm.
But the Turkish rose and that amber feel is all throughout this. I really think this is an exceptional amber fragrance.
Mm. Let me check that out.
Fragrantica didn't give it much love, but I think that this one is one that you need to get your hands or your nose on.
I mean, if I sampled all of them, and I don't, I don't know, that one probably just didn't stand out to me because I think there was something else that I thought was better than that in that DNA line.
Really? In that DNA in the amber.
Mm. I'm trying to remember that fragrance though. But yeah.
Well, what I can say is that I'm only doing this from a decant, so my word doesn't mean anything anyway. But I actually did like this one. I like this one a lot. I gave this one an 8.5 as well,
Okay.
and I thought this one was a nice amber fragrance.
Yeah, the House of Thameen, man, it gets no love, man. It gets no love. Mm. And it's not really an expensive house, and they got good quality.
No, it's
Mhm.
it's not expensive at all. I
Mhm.
mean, as far as from the normal ones, it's not really expensive.
Mhm.
All right, pick the next one.
Um, uh, let's see. Let's do. We did a Riviera.
Okay.
Mm. Riviera. Um, hmm, I don't know if it's Riviera or Riviera.
Riviere.
Yeah, I will butcher a name, boy. So they got this thing in Fragcom now called Mr. Butcher. Yeah, and I will butcher a name. That I will. I
All right, I guess
It's
I'm putting this on skin because
yeah.
I missed the
Yeah.
test strip and it went on my hand anyway.
Hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
This one is one that I like.
Hmm. To me, in
This
this
one is
one,
kind of smoky. It's
that
leathery.
the rose and the leather is what got me. The rose and the leather, man, it's almost blended equally. Even though in the
Yeah.
opening to me, you get a little spice. A little, I didn't get a lot of spice. I didn't get a lot of spice, with the saffron, but I didn't get that. But that rose and that leather, like within, I say, maybe seconds, that rose and that leather came in there, boy. It's like, oh, you get one of them. Oh,
How is my son calling me a natural bully?
oh man. Oh God,
No
that.
love. Now,
Mm,
this is somebody that I took care of all their young adult and child life, paid for everything he got, and he's talking to me. No respect. No respect.
that's that fatherly son love.
Yeah. D. Courtney. Peace. Yes, sir.
Let's see, Royal Sapphire, Regent, Leather, Bravi, or Bohemian Infusion yet. No, I can't say I haven't.
Yeah, Regent Leather is one that they're talking about. Royal Sapphire is one that I sprayed.
Mm.
And this one is the floral amber one that I was talking about.
No, you know what? I have did Regent Leather, but I didn't pick that one because of Riviera. I remember that because I like the leather
Riviera.
in this one better. Riviera. I like the leather in this one better. That's why I didn't do what's tonight. Not saying it's a good fragrance, but I just like that one better. I gotta tell
Riviera
you,
is nice.
yeah,
What I can say, this one is definitely full bottle worthy. In fact,
yes.
probably so far between this one and Carb Dude, this is one that I'm definitely getting a full bottle.
Hmm.
Riviera is nice.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Riviera
have
is
to check out Regent Leather. That I don't know why that didn't come in my set, but that didn't come in my set. Um, let's see, Gems. Yep, saying hi to Dutch. Uh, Hidden Gems hasn't got Hidden Gems. Gems has some ones
yeah,
that back in the
you
cut.
do. I be seeing his center of the days and he be learning and mixing and whatnot. But
Yeah.
I had made a comment on their live yesterday, Jims and Jason, that out of everybody that's doing lives, I truly, this is just my thought. Everybody else can believe what they want. I believe that they do have one of the best lives in the game right now because they got that double team tandem, and nobody else is doing that. I just think that's very unique and authentic and clever. And I gave them their props
What,
yesterday. I
what,
really enjoyed their shows because Jason, he's the serious one that'll cuss you out and everything, whatnot. And James, he's the comedic one. So they're coming at you at both angles.
so
Yeah, I
what are we doing?
enjoyed the show. Huh?
What are we doing? We're two people doing a live.
Yeah, I know, but we don't have a consistent name for our live though. They have a consistent name for their live.
We could call it no sips and sniffs.
Hey, let's do it. And for real. No sips, no sniffs.
No, we got sniffs. We just don't
Yeah.
have any
Yeah,
sips.
no sips. No, we're gonna say no sips, no decants.
All
I
right.
shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that.
Uh,
I'm
moving
sorry.
on to Kevin Baggett in the house saying Royal Sapphire, Carved Dude, and Regent Leather are his favorites. Royal Sapphire I liked. It was a nice floral fragrance with a good background. It had an amber background, and I really liked that one. But I think Riviere and Carved Dude were the ones that I particularly put to the side and said that instantly I wanted to get bottles of those.
Mhm.
But if you know me, I could just go ham through the house. But salute to Kevin. Thank you, sir. And let's see. Yep. Sniffs and sips and sniffs. Fire for sure. I'm telling you, they are a hidden gem, no pun intended, in the Fragcom community.
Yeah, yeah. I enjoy watching that, man. And then they had a young lady on where they wasn't even talking about fragrances or the all the alcohol that they be drinking because they're alcoholics, but they were talking about like body lotion. Oh man.
Yeah. All right. So
We down to number one now because we done did Blue Heart Scepter. You did the two that I don't have. We did Peregrina. We did Patalia, Riviera, Peacock Throne. So now it's just Carl Dude. Now, unless you have any more that we didn't mention.
yeah. Now I'm trying to think of the ones that let me see one that I liked that you don't have. Um Insignia.
No, I don't have that one.
Yeah, let me see that one.
Yeah, let's talk about
All right. So make sure that I got the right one. Because that would be real crazy if I sprayed the wrong decant to talk about it. But so you can see it. You probably can't see the writing, but this is insignia. All right. This one is a boozy fragrance. It opens up with fig, whiskey, and bitter orange. But it also is a green fragrance because it has bay leaf that is kind of
it.
in the way on this one as far as bay leaf gives it green, and it has geranium and damask rose, so it's another one that has the rose in it. The mean really pairs geranium damask rose because again, the way I see geranium, it comes off as a greener, fresher type
Mhm.
rose.
I mean, I think they just do rose superbly. I really do. I
Yeah,
mean, they do. I mean, when it comes to the rose note, whether it's Taif, Turkish, just plain rose, whatever, they do rose really well.
yeah. And this one has one of my favorite woods in the base. It's got vetiver. It's got sandalwood, vetiver, and suede in the base.
Mm.
This one I give it 8.5 to. This one is a nice one that it has a little whiskey booziness. The fig is kind of sweet off the top, but the sandalwood and the vetiver really stands out in the background. You can definitely pick up that kind of uh, dry wood type vetiver in the background. And then, of course, their geranium damask rose is probably one of the best. I think that's really an accord for them because they have it in so many fragrances. They have geranium and damask rose together, and I think that works really, really
Mm.
well.
Yeah, rose is just awesome, man.
Yeah. So that one is a really nice one. We'll go through a couple other ones real quick, and then we'll go through Carve Do
No,
together.
go ahead, let's do it.
Yeah.
Enlighten
So
me on something.
yeah, this one, Green Pearl, Rocket
JM, what's going on?
Red. Yeah, I don't know. Have you gotten your nose on that one while you were in Neiman's?
Green Pearl?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one.
Mm-mm.
Um, we got Javon just received Blue Heart from this house. That saffron and coconut is so sexy. It's a 10 out of 10 for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that. I mean, the saffron and coconut off the top, that was the one that you layered with Silver Mountain water, right?
No, Virgin Island water.
Virgin Island water.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, yeah, Virgin Island water.
Mm-hmm.
Silver Mountain water is not the coconut one. Virgin Island.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it extended the life of it.
right.
Mm-hmm.
JN,
JM.
yes, sir. And then we have Insignia. Insignia, I really like. That was one of the ones that we tried just recently. I sprayed that one just recently, And Insignia was one that is on my list as well. I really like Insignia. Yeah. Okay, so that was one I was just spraying, and that's why I guess you said it reminds you of an older Penhaligons. I'm wondering what Penhaligons you're talking about. It is refined, and I really like the vetiver in this one. I'm a real vetiver lover, and like Sultan vetiver is a great fragrance to me. Um, Oud Wood Intense, I think, has a real kind of vetiver background in that one as well, and I really like those. So this one, Insignia, I think is really nice. Now they have one called the Cora, Cora, and this one is
That sound like they got some C notes or something in it.
the Cora. What I remember on this one is a really floral fragrance. And yeah, it's really floral. So off the top, the notes that it has is wisteria, Bulgarian rose, jasmine, and magnolia. And then in the mid, it has benzoin, but it also has carnation, lily of the valley, and then vanilla. And then in the base is patchouli, white musk, and amber. So it is a whole lot of florals in this one. This
Mm.
one is what some people would probably say is feminine leaning.
Yeah, all of that. So,
But I actually kind of like this one. Yeah, now this one, it's more of the white florals that take center stage for this one. You don't smell, you smell the Bulgarian rose in the background, but this one, the jasmine, usually to me, jasmine um is what comes in. Hold on, let's see something insignia. Let me see. Carved Dude, Extrait, JN, my favorite from the house. And then Raucous Retread saying, I think it was the pair to Empress from Penhaligons. Can't remember the name now. Okay. But the chords were tobacco and smoky to me. Insignia definitely to me, it does have kind of a smokiness with that vetiver. But the one that I like with the leather and the smokiness is Riviere. That one's a really nice one as well. So this one is really kind of floral. I like it, but I think I would like it on my wife more. But I do like this one a lot. So that's one. Another one is called the Hope. And this
I
one,
smelled that. Yeah.
oh, you smelled the Hope? And this one is an amber woody one. It's got, I think, cinnamon off the top. And cloves and myrrh. I kind of like this one too. This one's a spicy one. The clove and the myrrh come off really, really well at the top, and the cinnamon. And it's interesting this one because it doesn't have any citrus in the opening. This one is really kind of a herbal, spicy bomb when it first starts off. Yeah, this one has no citrus in it whatsoever. It's definitely ambery. It has some oud in the mid, cedar and immortelle, and then it's got black amber, labdanum, vetiver, and musk in the base. This one I thought was different, the Hope, but you said you did actually smell this one, so
Yeah, I smelled it.
it didn't catch your attention when you were.
Nah, I mean, because if I'm getting something that day, I'm just gonna go with Carved Dude. That's all.
Okay. Well, and Carved Dude compared to this one, and we'll get into that in a second, has a lot more depth, and the oud shines a lot more in Carved Dude than this one. even though this does have oud in the mid, it's not. It doesn't have that punch that carved oud has.
Mm-mm.
Okay, Raucous Retread is saying they have a new one called Chords, and that the rep gave a sample a month ago.
How was it?
Yeah, we'll have to see that. The last one that I have is Cullinan Diamond. Now, this one is interesting, and I'm gonna have to have this one on skin a little more, and we'll work on some of that dry down. But this one was floral, and it's got a musk base to it, and black pepper off the top kind of makes it pop. And it, to me, I kind of smell the rose. The rose is a really deep and kind of sour rose. It's the kind of rose that reminds me of Portrait of a Lady type rose. Now it's not as pungent as Portrait of a Lady, but this one is kind of interesting too. It does have some vanilla and orris. It makes it a little powdery and a little sweet.
Joel, what's going on, Joel?
And I think I do like that one.
You like that one?
Yeah. Octanez, that is one of the few unique luxuries that I do not have. I give this one a 7.5. I'm again a lot of these with the 7.5 and things like that. I'm gonna have to check
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I mean, all of them are 7
More
and
skin.
above.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I definitely see most of them as 7 or above. Now
Mhm.
let's get to the main one, and that is carved oud.
Yeah, that's right here. Man.
So I'm gonna put this on paper and on skin.
Yeah, you need to.
All right, go ahead and start.
Is this your you sampled this before though, right?
I sampled all of them before.
Yeah. That carved oud. I had did a video on carved oud and against oud wood. And because when oud wood came out, man, it was just taking the world by storm. And when carved oud came out, nobody knew anything about it. And it's 10 times better, 1,000 times better.
How long has oud wood been out?
Sure. Let's look and see.
Yeah, because now carved oud came out in 2013.
hmm I think it was what? Shoot, when did oud wood come out? Oud wood. That came out in 2007.
Okay, so yeah, this one came out well after oud wood. I knew
Well
oud wood came out early, I thought, but yeah, this one to me, it's smoother than oud wood,
hmm
and I do like this one better than oud wood. Plus, it performs a lot better than oud
A
wood.
lot better. A lot better. It's fresher. The oud is more hmm, it does I'm not saying that the oud and oud wood is synthetic, but this oud in here doesn't seem synthetic to me. It just seems natural. I mean, and it's fresh. I mean, yeah, that yeah. Hmm. I done ran out of places to spray at. Shoot.
Dude, that's what having long sleeves does for you.
Yeah, man.
So what was your sin of the day, by the way? Because you said we were getting into that.
Me, uh, Boys to Portugal.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did get into it.
Yeah,
I don't know why I just lost my place. Yeah.
I
That's
do
right.
that all the time. It's called old age. Was you gonna open up to people to join? I mean,
Um,
it's up to you. I don't. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm just asking.
no, we can take some questions or something from the people in the chat if they have anything. We've been on. We're almost on an hour and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, that car, dude, man.
Carb Dude is nice. To
Yeah,
me, it is a better oud wood. And I know that definitely a bow tie guy says oud wood is oud good. I don't know. Carb Dude is the one for me.
yeah.
Dame, Hurricane by Hez Parfums. I've never even heard of that,
Wow.
but it must be
That's
fire.
fucking. Is that a clone, Dames, or oh no? I don't know. I've never heard of that house before.
Yeah, that's actually a good one. That's actually a good one. I'll have to check that one out, Dame. You have to give us some more information on that.
Exactly. I mean, just by having the name Hurricane.
So, Dame, have you tried any Thameen? Oh, it's an original fragrance.
Indie
Indie
brand.
brand.
Okay.
So, one thing I seen, and as we keep it going, but I don't know how much longer we'll go past this. But I saw that some people are having full bottles now of Camina and no Centaurus
And
and Delphine.
Delphinus. Yeah. I mean, because Creed trying to push it. Now, me personally, when I did my review, like I, went up there and got my sample. She had them for me. They weren't for sale yet. And if I do purchase it, it'll be the smaller bottles. I wouldn't get no large bottle because they're just Creed was late to the game on that scent DNA. They were late to the game on it. Yeah,
Okay,
they were
yeah,
late to the game on it.
yeah, because I'm gonna check it out, but
I'm not saying they're not good fragrances, but they were just late to the game on it.
what was the performance on it? I know you probably Conan those
Yeah,
things.
well, she gave me 4, and one of them I use, I get it, and it 7+ hours. 7+hours, because I couldn't do my normal spray on my shirts like I wanted to, but I got a good 7 hours.
When everybody, if you did not hear about Suits spray routine, you need to check that out.
Mhm.
That is legendary. That is legendary. Yeah. And Mr. Jason, still with the
Jason,
rich.
we were just talking about you, Jason.
The Scent Father, or the Richie Rich, the richest man in Fragcom. Yeah. So, and I guess I know everybody's talking about that, but here I'll definitely, as we talk through all of the meme, if you missed it, please see the replay. But as we go and talk, one thing I can say, and Jims and I were talking about this in the background, um, that when you put yourself on YouTube, you are opening yourself up for comments and criticisms. You just are. And it's not all going to be positive. I mean, I get a lot of positive things on YouTube, but then I do get some people that give me constructive criticism, if that's what we want to talk about it. And it's just the nature of the beast. If you are out there presenting yourself to the world is going to comment. And then everybody is not going to love your manner of style, but there's enough manner of styles out here that somebody can find what they like. And that's my whole point about it. There's some people that like my style, there's some people that don't like my style. There's some people that like your style. There's probably some people that don't like your style. But to me, that is the way. Now, Nate, I have to stop anyway for a commercial break. Nate will Conan some bottles. I know that's your trademark word. Nate, Al Karashi blend is as potent as Blue Sapphire, and Nate did 22 sprays. So if you
Wow.
think about how much Blue Sapphire definitely projects, Nate did 22 sprays of that.
That's the only way to go. That's the only way to go. I'm proud of you, son.
Nate
Yeah,
is a beast. I'm telling you, he will choke you out.
I'm
And
proud
then
of
look at you as you are gasping for air and be like, what? What's wrong with you?
you.
Okay. Are you still hosting Suits versus Nosy Collection versus Collection with the winner getting 20K from Jason Virtue? I am definitely, and I'm going to take a 10% finder's fee.
That was good. That was good. That was good right there.
I reached out to Nosy. I'm going to have to check it. And we'll see what he says. I think that Nosy probably will do it, but I reached out to him and see, and we're going to see how we can make that happen.
I mean, it's not just with Nosy. I mean, I'll battle anybody. I mean, it's all in love and fun. It's all in love and fun, man. I'll battle anybody. I'll battle anybody.
Yeah.
I'll battle anybody. But like you said, by being on YouTube now, you do open yourself up. I mean, personally, really, because people see if you well, I'll put it like this: if you allow somebody to push your buttons and let them get you out of character, then you showing your real self. You know, and
Yeah.
that's what it is because you're on a social program platform basically. You know, you can't tell nobody not to watch you, and they can say whatever they want to say. It's
Yeah.
up
I
to
mean,
you.
as long as they aren't getting crazy, and if they get crazy, then I probably would just delete it and block them. As long as they're not saying anything overly crazy, I mean, I can take it. Some people say that I I need to talk faster, like Cuba knows or something like that. And some people say they like the way I talk and that I explain the fragrances a way that they can relate to. It's all different. That's the whole thing.
Mhm.
Nate just wants to see a battle. The hate
Oh
that
man.
you get from family. You
Mm,
would think that family, he wouldn't even root for me. He want to see me get in a battle and then root for the other guy.
mm. I had a comment where one gentleman has stated, uh, "My reviews on fragrances are too expensive. Nobody's going to watch me because of the price tag."
That's because you're the richest guy in Fredcon.
No, all right. Now Jason said that that Nosy is. That's why I had put up there. Let's do a battle then.
We can title it, "Who's the real richest guy in Fredcon?"
I truly think it's Jason. I think he just he playing coy. That's what I believe. Hmm.
Suits. I don't know anybody in our group that has paid $3,500 for a fragrance.
Well, like I said, uh,
I think you're the only person.
mm,
But Jason says that Nosy's got 25,000 bottles. I've never seen Nosy. And you know what the funny thing is when Nosy first came on that time, we didn't know Nosy all that well. And to me, it seemed like he made it seem like he didn't have a fragrance collection, that he was just getting started.
but he had the knowledge. You could tell by the way he was talking. He had the knowledge because he was always out doing neighborhood watch. So That's why we never knew. He was either on the bus or walking the neighborhood.
He was. He was.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yep. Up there it is. There it
Yeah.
is. Where is it? Gorgeousness. That is a
Gorgeousness.
new word.
That's what it is. That's the new
I
word.
tried to do
Gorgeous.
my Suits impersonation at the beginning. That's what's funny because I truly believe would I really get a laugh out at your beginning when you say first time viewers before you make a decision go back and
Mhm.
watch some other videos and that's why I added in because I'm monetized and while you're making your decision you'll be paying me some money.
Hey, but don't base it off of one video. Don't
Absolutely.
base it off of one video. Yeah.
I really want to see
Mhm.
Nose's collection. I've talked
He be posting it on Instagram. He got a whole bunch of totes and laundry baskets
he's
that
got
he got
fragrances and
fragrances in.
laundry
Mhm.
baskets.
I look like laundry baskets or totes or something. Yeah, he got them stacked in there next to drawers and the pens and stuff. Nosy, I'm just joking. Nosy, I'm just joking.
Nosy gonna pop up on this live. When you have bottles that you haven't opened, then you know your collection is serious.
Yeah, he still got. Well, the man got. He got. When he do his stuff, you see bottles still in plastic. Mm.
Yeah.
Me
So do you have bottles that you haven't opened?
for me,
Yeah.
no. I mean, because I go, I don't wait for mine to come in the mail. I go get it right then and there. As soon as I get it, I'm adding it to the collection. Cause see, I got shelves. Well, I got glass shelves, and I got each fragrance on its shelf to its house or whatever, and I just put them on there. I don't. I mean, I'm not going. I understand some people do that me, but I put mine's up on a shelf.
Hmm.
You know, I got them up on the shelf.
See, gorgeousness is your trademark now. Gorgeousness.
Gorgeousness. Yeah, I'm telling you. Just what his fragrance if he moved. He already got them packed.
I saw part of the live with Spence and Nosy, and then I had to leave, and then I came back at the end. So I definitely want. I got to do the replay on that. I
He
haven't
said
done the full
toy
replay on that.
bins. He said toy bins.
Robinson knows what's going on, sir. Glad you were here. Good to see you. Good to see you. I guess we got
Terrence,
we got a lot. We got Terrence coming in.
my man Terrence. Now
We got
Terrence,
Hicks.
Terrence got some fragrances too.
Terrence has some fragrances
Yeah,
too,
Terrence got some fragrances too.
and we got Terrence. And hold on, I missed the Seuss.
Dang.
Hey, what's going on, the Seuss? All right, so I actually do have a couple that I haven't opened yet. I still haven't opened these. This is when I did the vlog, and this one are the Daniel Hosier ones from I got Mystery Oud. This one is a pretty nice one from Daniel
Hmm.
Hosier. And I got Le Musk. This one, let's see, that's Le Musk. And you can see they're still in the cellophane. So I haven't opened these yet. I'm
Hmm.
gonna open these soon. I've smelled them. I bought them from when I did the vlog. That's what I bought. So I have those. I have 4 Daniel Hosiers now. And I like that house. I think that's an underrated house.
I need to check that house out.
Yeah. Daniel Hosier. So the fragrance outlet in a Rundle's Mill Mall, like we need to meet. We need to go. We can go up to
I've been
Neiman.
up there before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they feature Daniel Hosier. I think he's done some other fragrances for other houses too, and then he started his own. But he's a pretty good perfumer.
Hmm. I need to check. Yeah, we gotta meet up because
Peace.
me and Duck,
That's
me
good.
and
Good night.
me and Duck gonna meet up. Duck 212. We supposed to meet up at Neiman's. He reached out to me. Was it yesterday?
Uh,
He coming along. He trying to get there. It's hard after you lose your idol. And I believe his dad was his idol. It's hard after you lose your idol. So I'm giving him time,
yeah.
whatever. So we're gonna try to meet Neiman's. Because Me, him, and my girl Wendy at the Creed stand, and man, they treat me so good. So we all gonna meet up there. They'll let me use the little upstairs showroom or whatever, and we can sit up there. And, they gonna come show fragrances or whatever. And we could chop it up, man.
Yeah.
Whoever would like to come. So I gotta set that up. But it's
I
really,
think the last time I talked to Duck, he's going to be out of town for a couple of weeks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Doug, really nice guy.
Yeah, he is. He is.
What's your thought on Just Box? I have no thought on it. What's Just Box? Is that a fragrance house
Juice
or
boxes, yeah, fragrance house. I've
okay?
smelled some of them, and they have them in the scent room in Dallas, and I smelled some of them when I was there, but I really can't comment on it right now because when I was there, I smelled so many fragrances that I have nose fatigue. Um, yeah, so
Mm,
I'm gonna have to get more. And so the next time I go to Dallas, I'm going to because I go there very often. Next time I go back to Dallas, I'm gonna go to Scent Room and I'll check out some of the juice box. Maybe I'll do a vlog and do it from inside because they they're really nice. I went up there a couple times. The last time I went up there with my wife and my daughter, and um, we're we're getting to be regulars. They know me by name now.
okay.
So we'll see how that all goes. Um, Raucous Retread. Now he's got the same kind of issue. When you want something, you want something. And he's like he hates to wait for orders. I I Nate is the same way, but you get such a discount on the discount websites that I can wait and just be impatient and mad. But Jason said since I didn't give him anything on Juicebox, he was gonna buy another bow to see it.
You
So
can't be wrong with Bodicea.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I don't have a video on Daniel Josiah. I don't have a video on that, no. Yeah, but Bodicea, oh my goodness, man. Yeah, I'm getting more than that.
Oh, yeah. So I will. I'm probably gonna do a video on Daniel Hosier soon. I know he was asking you suits. Hopefully you can check it out. I have four, and then I also with the people at Fragrance Outlet, they'll let me go up there and do others, and I may get some other ones. These are my four favorite from the house right now.
Mhm.
So those are the ones. But yeah, I can definitely do a video on Daniel Hosier. It's a great house. I really liked him. I've liked him for a while. And my favorites before I got these two were Amber Tabak and Green Leather. And then this one, of course, this is Mystery Oud and Le Musk. I also have Black Widow, which
Mm,
is a
I like the
it's in the
name.
same lane as Black Orchid, but it's from Daniel Hosier's signature line.
Is
It's in
that
a
a clone house?
no, they're not
No.
they're not clone
Okay.
house. Hold on one second. Entertain for 1 second. I'm gonna get the Black Orchid. 1 second.
He want me to entertain you guys. While he go get a fragrance. Okay. So earlier we were talking about reviewers with decants and um, reviewers who do decants versus full bottles. What's your thoughts on that? That's a very interesting topic. Everybody's talking about that.
Okay.
Hmm.
As they're talking about that, this is what the one looks like that, and you'll see it's a Daniel Hosier signature. This is what the signature line looks like. They come in like oranges, red bottles. And this one, to me, it smells sort of like Black Orchid. It lasts really well, but this is a signature, and I really like this one as well.
Is
But
it better?
go ahead. To me, it is.
Really?
Yeah, I'll have to when we hook up. I'll bring some of these so you can smell them.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess I could open this.
Yeah, might as well.
And also, now I've smelled mystery oud. Mystery oud is a nice one. The oud's not skanky in this one, but it's well blended. And yeah, I mean, we're a fragrance show, right? We're doing a fragrance live.
Might as well.
Open it.
Turn it into an unboxing.
Yeah, this is mystery oud. We'll do unboxing. Let's see. Of course, I got to get some more strips.
Mm.
But I keep strips handy. So I'm trying to remember. Mystery oud is it's a it's an intense fragrance. It lasts really well, but I don't think the oud is skanky at all. Oh, did you see that? Came out in the first spray. Uh-oh.
It's too late now. You own it. Too late now.
That's supposed to be a problem, right?
Yeah, we talking about that. You purchase a new fragrance, the atomizer should be empty. It should take what, 2 sprays before air fill it up to push it through?
Yeah, see, JN is saying the same thing. Black Widow is similar to Black Orchid. I like it better. And that's why I bought it. I don't have Black Orchid. Yeah, Mystery Oud is nice. This is oud. Let me look up the notes on this one. Does it have the notes in here? Let me see. No.
How much did that run you, if you don't mind me asking?
The good thing about Fragrance Outlet is that they have a buy one get the second 50% off.
That's off.
And
Yeah.
I think it's like 150 is the normal price. Maybe 180 is the normal price. I think 180 is the normal price, and then you get the other one for 90. And what they do, even though they say buy one get the other 50% off, if you say Charm City sent me, they will continue to let you get 50% off. So if you buy 3, you'll get 2 at the 50% off price.
Because I know it's a fragrance outlet in Wheaton Mall in the DMV. Wheaton Mall is a fragrance outlet up there.
Yeah, so this oud is really nice, actually.
Is it heavy, light, sweet?
It's a little sweet, so it does have some kind of vanilla in it, but it's the oud is kind of medicinal, kind of woody. It's not the skanky type of oud or the barnyard type of oud, whatever you want to say. It's a woody medicinal type of oud. It's well blended, and it does have some amber sweetness into it. It's nice. I like that one a lot. So behind this, amber to back is a really kind of sweet amber. But this one, the mystery oud, is not really sweet at all. I need to, where's my phone? Look up the notes. But that one is a nice one, in my opinion. And that one, green leathers is pretty nice as well. Let's see. So I said amber. And what are the base? Yeah, the base has amber. It's not overly sweet, but the mid is supposed to have, it has oud in the mid and the base. But again, it's not a barnyard oud. It's a medicinal, really woody type of oud. It has iris and violet. It's got nutmeg. It's got cumin, but it's not the same kind of. To me, it doesn't give you. It gives you an earthy vibe, but it doesn't give you kind of like that body odor type of vibe with the cumin.
Body odor.
That's what people say. It's a little smoky. It has some incense in it. Has some leather in the base and musk.
Hmm.
It's a really understated. Now it performs really well. When I sprayed it on skin, it lasted at least 8+ hours. But it's um it's a nice understated fragrance. I think Mystery Oud is really nice. And the other one was Le Musk.
A
So
musk.
Le Musk. Yeah, you got to say musk.
A musk.
Let's see. Yes. So Rockets Retread. Yeah, that's Hosier. Like I said, they are at fragrance outlets usually. I think they sell them. There's another house that they actually just started, and the house name is Notes. And they want me to come back and to do another feature on the new house. When I got there, the last time that I did that vlog or whatever, when I did the store, the Notes brand was new, and they were talking about that one. And yeah, let me get myself in even more trouble. So this is the Notes brand, and this is called Oxford. This one was really interesting because if I remember correctly, I think this one has mahogany in it, and that
Mm,
was a note that I had never heard of before.
that's
As far as being in a fragrance,
so they consider what the woody note, like a deep, dark woody note.
yeah, yeah, like mahogany
Mm,
wood.
mm.
Yeah. So this one is the Oxford. It is like a book. So here we go. We talk about the mean, and now I'm opening up some new fragrances. So let's see. Oh. See, I told you I was getting myself in trouble. Nate said he's gonna be making some phone calls. uh, this one actually, though,
Wow, that's a good question.
yeah, this one they really gave me. He said it's all fair. I follow you too. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Let's see. Light, sweet, and slightly medicinal. Yeah, that's Mystery Oud. But it's not really that sweet as far as not an overpowering sweetness. And then Nate says the cumin is like the cumin in Pegasus. Yeah, so he's actually my backup. So you see this one, it's like a box. It's called the Oxford, like a book. Notes Library is the name of the house, and it's a new house that's being featured in Fragrance Outlet. It opens up like a book. It has a cover to it.
It's another house that has the same presentation like that. Where it opens up like a book and they got the two black flaps. Oh man, was it Unique Luxury?
Um,
No,
no, Unique Luxury doesn't open. I think
no.
Unique Luxury pulls down, but
There was another
it was
house that
nice.
opened up just like that, like a book, and had the two flaps, and you pull them up. God, what was that? Mm, I can't remember.
Okay, so this one here is the bottle, kind of cool, shiny fingerprint magnet. The Oxford by Notes, and basically, oh, maybe this one, maybe I didn't get the one with the mahogany in it, but I think there's one with mahogany. This one says it's woody, powdery, gourmand. The top notes are nuts, bergamot, grapefruit. The heart is sensual tonka bean, not just tonka bean. Blonde tobacco and iris. Yeah, I think I got this one because it was in a tobacco fragrance. Then the base is vetiver, cedarwood, toffee, and amber. Yeah, I think that's what I got. This one was another one of like the tobacco fragrances. I'm gonna do. I have at least 15, almost 20 tobacco fragrances. I'm gonna do my top tobacco fragrances sometime soon. I have so many things that I want to do as far as videos and I haven't done yet. So let's spray this one because I thought I got the mahogany one, and I guess I actually didn't get the mahogany one. And I will see. Unfortunately, I sprayed most of my skin, but I think I can. Yeah. And this one has cedar. Let's see. Okay, hold on. There's a quick question. Do you think the space is clogged on YouTube, or is there always room for more?
That's a good question. I don't
The
believe
cedar is really prominent in this one. The nuts come off on the top and pause, as Jim would say, and it has grapefruit in it. This is a really different one. But in getting that question, and this is all I can give you is an opening. I'll do basically something on some of the new fragrances I have. The cap is real metal. It's heavy. It's really nice as far as that's concerned. It clicks into place. You can pick it up by the cap.
Oh, yeah, that's one thing about the mean caps too. They're magnetized.
Magnetized. There you
Yeah,
go. I wouldn't know because the decants aren't magnetized at all.
Oh, dang. Dog.
But getting to the question, do you think the space is clogged on YouTube, or is there always room for more? What I can say, for one, I don't necessarily think that the space is clogged unless we talk about lives. I believe everybody's stepping on everybody about lives. But otherwise, I mean, it is what it is. I think that everybody has enough room. There's 24 hours in a day, there's 7 days in a week, and there are always times that you can be on and that you can bring content to people. And it really doesn't matter how many people are out there, because to me, I think cream always rises to the top. So that if you like a certain reviewer and if that reviewer is appealing to a good amount of people, they will uh, become more and more popular. And I think that the real question of who survives and who doesn't really goes to the audience. If the audience rocks with you, then you'll have more subscribers and you'll keep growing. If they don't, then you'll get frustrated and quit. What's your thoughts on that?
No, I agree. I agree. I mean, it all depends on how you present your product or your review, and what are you using to present your product with. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Marcus. He said he'd like to see this because tobacco is his favorite note. Let me put it on skin, and let's see. I'll put it right in my elbow and see. I knew there's another one that has mahogany in it, but obviously I didn't pick that one. But I am going back there anyway, and we're supposed to talk about them. So this one is not sweet like I would say Centaurus is. Centaurus is the tobacco one, right? That's with the cinnamon and the vanilla in it for the Creed. So for the Creed, so this is not like Herod's sweet. So this one is it has a nuttiness that is in the top. It has tonka bean, but the tonka bean is not like a vanilla sweetness. The tonka bean is more muted. It's more kind of structured than say just sweet vanilla. But yeah, I ended up liking this one, and I knew I bought it for some reason, but it had been so long that I hadn't opened it. I thought I had gotten the mahogany one. But yeah, this one is actually nice, but it's a different one. And the reason why I bought it was because it was different from some of the other tobacco fragrances. It's not like a Naxos and it's not like a Herod. So, and it's not like Chergy. This one is different. It's more dry woods. The cedar is a dry wood that shows up in it a lot, and the tobacco is more of a dry leaf tobacco. This one was, I actually like that one. Yeah, I just didn't remember. I had it and hadn't opened it in such a long time. I have to get that. So yeah, I will actually do a haul and start talking about some of the newer ones that I have and go more in depth in them. I'm gonna have to wear these. This is just definitely a first initial impression, but I will wear them for 2 or 3 days and then do something on that. Let's keep going down. By the way, name is Victor. Your pronunciation was perfect on Walker's. There you go. Well, I appreciate that. I'll try to remember Victor. Let's see. Nate, when talking about that, everyone has their own style and twist on reviews. That's the beauty of the game. Agreed. Yeah. The man said just be real and hope for the best. That's one
Yeah.
thing I can say. I'm just who I am. I mean, some people want certain types of personalities, and I just have to be who I am, and I have to review the fragrances the way I review them. So let's see. As your by the way, Sue says your unofficial lawyer, the USPTO is not going to let me trademark gorgeousness for you.
Yeah,
That's
I tried. I tried gorgeousness.
gorgeousness.
Mm.
I that's what I thought that Centaurus was like Herod a
Wait,
little
they're
bit.
saying Herod, they're saying Wajan.
Well, you smelled it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like not Herod. If it had to be between those two, I would say it was closer to Wajan, but Wajan has its own DNA to me. It really does.
Yeah, but Wajan to me is not a tobacco fragrance, so I
It's
don't know
not.
about that.
It's not what I'm saying. It has its own DNA, and I don't know. I mean, they're Centurious and Delphinus are good fragrances, but they're just not. I'm glad that Creed came out with something different instead of something on the coattails of Aventus. Uh, that's not to slight Aventus Absolute, because that is absolutely amazing with the gorgeousness to the level of 10.
Well, yeah,
But
he's actually saying the same thing. I was told, I haven't smelled it yet. I was told that Centaurus was like Herod. I should have been clear on that. But you're agreeing because you smelled it, you're agreeing with him that
mm,
it's not like Herod, right?
no, not to me.
Okay. But now you did say it was familiar to something.
Yeah, it puts me, and that's the thing, because I was spraying everything trying to figure out what that fragrance put me in the mind of. It's not something that's distinctive and new. It's in the DNA of something else. And I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. When I do find it, I'm going to do a review on it. But it's still a good fragrance.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me get up
I'm gonna have
close
to
and
I'm gonna have to check it out.
so everyone
Nate
can
is talking
see.
about his first video. Nate's first video went kind of viral for being his first video. I think it was the second video we released, and he got over 5,000 views on his first video, and it was his Keep 10 for Life. And he was so close to the camera. I mean, it only showed like the top, his face. That's all. He was that close to the
You
camera.
know what? I think I seen that. Yeah.
And I told him that he got so close to he got in everybody's living room. He was so close to the camera, and they could smell his scent of the day. But that was my joke. That was Nate. That's what got us started. And in fact, I released a video. It was on the first one on the clones of Angel Share, and it really didn't do well at all at first. And then it just took off, and it got like 2,800 views. But Nate was actually the MVP when he got 5,300 views. We thought that we were gonna hit 1,000 next month. It didn't work out that way, but
No, I mean, Yeah, that's the thing about YouTube, man. You don't like the man say, you do your video and just hope for the best. But just keep grinding. Just keep grinding. Because if you're authentic, it'll pay off.
Yeah,
It'll
I agree. Wajan is unique in the apple pie spice category.
Mm.
It's a really really gourmand type fragrance, and I even differentiate that one from. All right, I could have
I'm
said.
sorry, I ain't mean to laugh, but yeah, that's true. I do remember his head and everything when he did in that video. Oh God dang, I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in that video. He was in it to win it. He was in it to win it. So old fashioned from Killian. Speaking of Angel Share, I I am and then I'm not. The only thing, so the thing about Killian is Killian has burned me so many times. As far as and I know Dedrick and say EQ, they basically don't care about performance. I do. And one thing I can say is that a lot of Killian fragrances do not perform. So I have Alexandria's Dark Knight because Black Phantom just doesn't perform for me. And maybe it's my skin, maybe whatever you can say. Now I have a lot of other fragrances that last a long time, but there are a lot of Killian fragrances that don't. Angel Share does. Angel Share is one of the few that
Mhm.
does last a long time, but Pearl Oud lasts a long time. That's a good one. Angel Share, Intoxicated, that one doesn't last a long time. Smoking Hot, it's macerated for 8 months now, at least since I've had it. No more than that. Intoxicated has macerated probably like 10 months. It still doesn't last longer than 3 or 4 hours on skin. It's just I'm hoping old fashioned is better, and I'm hoping that it will last. But I really have to get a sample of Killian's before I spend full bottle for it. I've blind bought Killian's, and just when they do not perform, I get frustrated with it. So Jay Susan said he's bald. You don't need to see that. And let's see. Trey Sense is more like just chilling with the home talking fragrances. There are a lot of people that do a lot of different things. I like a lot of people like the perfume guy. Perfume guy is not overly animated. Now, Cuba knows is just crazy, but I personally think Ja is the funny one out of them. Ja in Cuba knows he is just
Mm.
hilarious. I
Yeah.
watch him just for entertainment, and that's good to know about Killians. Yeah, unfortunately, I can say there are certain Killians that do well in the performance category, and there's certain ones that need a lot of Viagra because they just don't hold up. But yeah, there's certain ones that do well, and like Pearl Oud is one that does well. Nate and I can kind of tell you the ones that we like, um, and which ones are that. Yeah, Killian's has gotten weak. However, his original Oud line was beastly. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
Sacred
Sure.
Wood. Sacred Wood was a beast, and I know it came back out and it was reformulated. I don't know if they changed the formula, but I know it came back out. I do want to get that one, so I definitely am looking for that. Um, Duck 212, salute.
My
Good.
God, Duck.
Yeah, we were just
Oh
talking
my,
about you.
we were just talking about you. Hey, when you get ready, Duck, let me know, man. We can meet up.
Yeah.
Wendy, Wendy got us.
Okay, you're saying I thought you said you're intoxicated didn't do well. I said Nate. All right, if you say intoxicated is fine, then I'm sorry. What is it? What was it? There's another one that you said wasn't well, didn't do well on that one. So it wasn't intoxicated. Was it straight to heaven? I think it was straight. Was it straight to heaven that doesn't last that long? Let me know, Nate.
It lasts on me.
Straight to heaven does?
Mm.
Okay.
But see, like I say, I'm an oversprayer, so I can't really, speak on longevity. I'm an oversprayer. My fragrance gonna last, or it's gonna die.
So I say day suits if that's not right. So you say Jesus. Like Jesus. Okay.
Surprised like
Hey.
white people say.
I'm thinking it's like Jesus. So I say Jesus. All right. I got it.
Now he say
Jesus.
Jesus, and he got Christ.
I guess that's why we put Christ behind it. Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, Jai is crazy. Jai is the funny one to me. Yeah.
I got you, Doc.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. And then so Victor is saying the re-release was soft. Okay, because yeah, I was looking at buying Sacred Wood because it came back out. And I'm not saying I didn't know. Hey, I'm just saying the way I thought the name was pronounced. I don't know, how that goes, but I make no racial stereotypes or profiling. But I will get it right and I will say it right on camera from now on. It's Jesus.
I can see
Christ.
I can see nosy there. My guy, I didn't say that, my guy.
I'm waiting for him to get me back. I'm waiting for him to hit me back to see if you guys are going to do it. If you guys are going to have a battle.
Should I open up the battle to anybody? It's just all in fun and love, fun and love, fun and love.
Yeah.
Man, I had to remove these daggone fragrances and then I got to put them all back.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It'll be easy for me to put mine back. All I got to do is just put these. All right. Like I said, you have to take mine with a grain of salt because mine came from a decant. Suits came from real bottles. But I'm going to be working on it. The next time we have a Thameen, I probably won't have as many as Suits, but I will have bottles. Don't you need to get some rest with your infected COVID behind?
Well, your son going hard on you. He's going hard.
So they say we are going to start. We are going to start having battles, and we'll set up some things based on what everybody wants. We can do like a best tobacco battle. We could do, as long as it's just not the most expensive fragrance in your collection battle. Then
I wouldn't even use that in a battle. I wouldn't even use that fragrance in the battle. Yeah.
That's whiskey fragrances. We're gonna start coming up with some content like that. Nate and I, in one of our lives, we went back and forth and kind of did a little battle. We have some shows that we did, some videos that we did kind of battles on. But yeah, it works. I'm all down for the battle. We give all respect to EQ. He was the first person that kind of started the verse sense battle, but I wouldn't call it a verse sense because that's EQ's word. But we can have some fragrance battles and we can do it. We can do it. I'm all for it. Suits can use his gym fragrances and beat 90% of Fraggle. Suits is just crazy. I'm telling you, Suits. Every time I see a new video of Suits, and I'm Suits, one of Suits' biggest fans, it just amazes me. I went to the scent room And I smelled all the zoologists, and I know everybody's been dealing with decants with zoologists and everything. Suits did a video on his top 10 zoologists. I haven't even smelled 10 zoologists. And Suits said 10 zoologists. I just shake my head. I'm like, Suits is just out there. He is on another level. It's like when I was in high school, we would run a 200, and you see the fast people, and you see the running 200, and then you see like the first top three go through the line, and then it would look like a whole nother race, and you see another group coming through. Suits is in that first race, and everybody else is just in a whole nother race. It's like Suits racing himself.
Mm. Hmm. Yeah, when zoologist first came out, nobody was into it. No, because it was different. Just the name and then the way they did their presentation, just like mind games. I mean, the
Uh,
presentation was nice. It's just crazy. Let's take a poll who wants to see
I'll
champions.
tell you, I'm gonna disown some children.
Oh, so
I'm
many
gonna
people
disown some
say
children
face.
because I just don't know. Okay, Victor has 7. He has 7 zoologists.
Yeah.
That's good. I haven't. There's some indie niche. I'm getting on some indie niche. There's a lot that I haven't gotten into. I Yeah, I haven't gotten into zoologists. There's some that I want to get after I smell them. But yeah, it is a good house. It is a good house. And that was an excellent video. It was. T-Rex. I did smell T-Rex. They wouldn't even let you spray T-Rex. That's how potent
Yeah,
T-Rex is. They
man,
wouldn't let you
look,
spray it in the store. In the
that's
simple, they took the atomizer off of it. You can only
mhm,
feel it.
yeah. I'm telling you, when I first smelled T Rex, I was like, wow. And I bought it just because of the potency. I mean, because there's nothing out there like T Rex, man. It is just that it's sharp. It's one of the sharpest fragrance. When I say sharp, I mean as far as like when it hits your nose, it almost just cut right through, man. T Rex, yeah,
Yeah, it is.
yeah,
This notes, this Oxford, this tobacco fragrance is a nice fragrance. It's like it's a blonde tobacco. So it is definitely not like a royal tobacco, and it's not sweet, so it's not like a Herod. But this is a nice tobacco fragrance. And I think this one was 140, but of course, like I said, if you keep buying after you buy one at retail, I think this one was like half price, like $70.
mm.
I The notes in T-Rex, I think it's, you know,
I don't even remember. Hold on,
yeah,
it was
it
just
it is crazy. It's like nuclear waste. It is potent. It is potent.
it's a very not in a bad way though. It's like a
It's very
really
herbaceous though. It's very,
yeah.
if I remember, it's very
It's it's
herbaceous.
it's a super heavy, fresh, spicy fragrance. That's the best way I can put it. I mean, the spiciest, the freshest fragrance that you could ever come across. To me, to me.
Sacred Scarab, is that from the house? So if Sacred Scarab is from zoologists, I haven't smelled that one. They didn't have that in the scent room when I was there. Yeah, Nate, you'll have to look up the notes in T-Rex. I'm telling you, it is a beast. That's what I have to say. Is it Complex 2020 strong in a good way? Yeah, it's Complex 2020 is, oh, that is a Bodicea that I cannot stand. And we have a video on that I have to finish. Nate did a video where he did his interpretation of Complex 2020, and it's a blind buy that he basically thought that it would be a good blind buy because it was Bodicea, and it wasn't. It's like raw sulfur, like the sulfur that you get in a hot spring. That That's really bad. Yeah, sake of scarab is from zoologists. That's interesting.
Hmm.
But strong incense and spices. Yeah, T-Rex does. It has strong
Yeah.
incense and
And
spices.
the note breakdown is it's almost like Spirit of Dubai Rosia note breakdown. It's crazy. And yeah,
Yeah,
I couldn't have that
complex.
bottle.
I keep it. I'm supposed to do a video because we're supposed to do videos on blind buys that went bad, and that was a blind buy that Nate did when he thought he was going to do a battle, and he thought he was going to pull out a Bodicea that I wouldn't know, but once he sprayed it, he realized he couldn't use it, and I have it in I have it in a sealed bag because I don't even want the smell to get out. I will not even spray it in the house.
Mm,
It's that rough. It's that rough.
mm.
Yeah.
They probably want too much money for it anyhow.
Do you own a bottle of Ardent?
No, I don't have Ardent. No.
Ardent is not bad. I have a decant, but I have not bought a bottle of it yet. Actually, on discounters, Ardent is under like $160. It's like 159 or something like that. It's pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap.
Mm.
It's not a bad fragrance, but to me, it's a rose fragrance that doesn't distinguish itself from anything else. I'll have to revisit it. The first time I smelled it, and you got to take my impression with a grain of salt because it did come from a decant. But I'm gonna have to revisit. I have a 5 ml of Ardent, and I have to revisit it and see because it's not really expensive on discounters, and I might have to check it out again. But the first time I smelled it, which was I think I've had a decant for over a year. I think I've had a decant of it for like 2 years, and I haven't really sprayed it again. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out and revisit it. I'll make it my scent of the day shortly and put it into my community tab and let you know what I think about it.
So I
Yeah,
don't want to check
complex.
it out.
Yeah,
So
if you check, you can check out Complex 2020, and maybe I don't know because we're not gonna keep it. I might decant and send it out to people. And we'd have everybody do a quick video on it and see what they say, and then I can compile a total video of everybody's take on Complex 2020. Jason, okay, he's saying he appreciates that. Yeah, on Arden. I'm gonna redo it. Like I said, I do have a 5 ml sample, and I'll check that one out. Yeah, there's Duck giving love. Oh, say yeah. Our decants come from Scent Split. Usually, yeah, I either get decants from Scent Split or Fragrance Boutique.
are
And
they expensive?
who
Set
Scent?
split. Mm.
It's. I mean, it's going to be more expensive than getting the bottle. So if you think you're going to get the bottle, I mean, if you want to check it out, it's a good way to get it cheaper and not pay for a full bottle. But they're probably twice the price. So say you're paying, say with Diaghilev. All right, say Diaghilev
You
is
have to say it correctly.
Diaghilev.
There you go.
And you guys say Nate has said he's never heard you say Diaghilev. So now you
Really?
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Diaghilev. You gotta say what I mean, you got to respect on that fragrance, man. Diaghilev. I'm telling you.
So
Mm.
so but say Diaghilev is what is it about 900 or 1,000?
So how much did I pay for mine?
But let's just say for 100 mil, it's $1,000. So we're saying it's $10 a mil. If you bought it on Scent Split for a 2 mil, you would probably pay like $26 for a 2 mil. For a 5 mil, you would probably pay like close to like $80, $90, almost $100.
Wow. Just for 5 meals? Plus tax.
No. 5 mil. Okay, I'm sorry. That would be 10 mil. 10 mil would be like that. But yeah, it's going to be expensive. I mean, you can look it up and see what Diaghilev. Nate, look up Diaghilev on ScentSplit and tell me how much put it in the chat how much it costs for a 5 mil. Yeah, so Nate, let's see. Yeah, he finally. I've been telling Nate that how you say Diaghilev. He's like, I've never heard him say it like that. I was like, obviously you don't watch enough Suits videos because I said he does. He does. He always says
Diaghilev.
yeah. Jason saying what's up to Duck 212. Yeah, ScentSplit they do sell full bottles, but it's all straight retail.
Plus, you got to pay what, taxes and shipping?
Yeah, but yeah, well, I don't know if you pay taxes from them or not, but Diaghilev at Saks is $1,200. Wow, $1,200. I thought it was like $10.95, but
wow,
yeah.
I know. I think I paid about $1,000 for mine.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that's my second one.
That's your second bottle of Diaghilev?
I think so. I mean, the first one I got years ago, and I went through it.
I went through it.
Man, when I first got into niche perfume, man, all them fragrances, I was just spraying like a fat kid with a chocolate cake, boy, that ain't ate all day. Tony.
So yeah, you're like a fat kid at the Golden Corral in the dessert section.
Man, shoot.
Yeah, they do have 10% off codes. Now, usually I'm in the VIP, so if I don't buy for like a month, they'll send me like 15 to 18% off. Yeah. So
is this where a lot of reviewers that do only decant get their decants from ScentSplit?
I don't know. Some people get them from different places. I mean, some people get decants from. I mean, there's a lot of people that decant. They buy the fragrance themselves and they decant it, and they put their own labels on it and stuff like that. So, I mean, the thing with ScentSplit and Fragrance Boutique actually does it according to specific standards that are ISO 9001 certified. Now that's crazy. But ScentSplit is also another one that goes to specific standards and stuff like that. There you go. Nate said Diaghilev for 5 mil is $83. Yeah. So it allows you to kind of experience the fragrance because 5 mil is a good amount to, like I said, you can get.
Yeah, but you're spraying sparingly.
Well, for 5 mil, yeah, you're spraying to see if you like it enough to buy a full bottle. That's what you're doing.
But see, that's my thing, right? Yeah, I guess so. But then you just, well, no, not really. I mean, I'll sample it. If I like it, I'm gonna go get the bottle. I'd rather go to the store and sample it. I'm not. Well, some people probably aren't able to get to the store to sample it, so they have to purchase it.
Oh, sorry about that, Victor. I hope you have a backup bottle of Plum Japanese, because if you went through it in 45 days and it's gone and they discontinued it, wow, that's
yeah. Plum Japanese been discontinued for a while. I still got almost a full bottle of mine, and I went slow with it because I know I'm not paying no more than a shoe.
Yeah, Jesus, I get a lot from ScentSplit. I get a lot from Fragrance Boutique. I try to give Fragrance Boutique some love because she actually subscribed to the channel and stuff like that. So if I can find it there, I'll go there first. Also, since Dedrick has a discount code, I'll use his discount code to get 15% off from Fragrance Boutique. So I show Dedrick some love, and also I get 15% off. So there you go. Terrence Taylor got a full bottle of Diaghilev on my list to buy at the end of the month. What I can say, Terrence, is Olfactory Factory has it for $5.59. Don't ask me how I know, because I got a snitch on the line in this chat ready to tell. But it is at Olfactory Factory for $5.59. If they are out of stock of it, you can get it from perfumeonline.ca, and I think theirs is like $619, $620. So you can get it for a nice price, as opposed, but you got to wait a little while. But there you go. Scent split for years. I started using perfume.com too. Yeah, perfume.com, they're actually the people I haven't used from them yet. And are they a Canadian like fragrancebuy.ca as well? Because I know fragrancebuy.ca, they actually recommend them. So Terrence says 5 mil Decant is almost gone. She is. And she's always in the background. She never says anything, but she's always in the background listening. It might have gone too long for her. Because we're on 2.5 hours. Yeah, you're gonna have to cut this down. She might already went to sleep. Yeah. So all right, guys. I did not know we went on that long, but yeah, you got one tracking for $580. Nice. You got to save some money. Friends don't let friends pay retail. As much as possible, if you can get it on a discount, do. Just be a little patient because it's going to come in the mail. But hey, it is all good.
Yeah, see, that's my problem. I don't like to wait.
Yeah, Chicago is cool because once you get in the community, people come to you with deals. Nice. Yeah, and I'm always about deals, and other reviewers can tell you. I'll tell them where you can get it, and that's that's why snitches get stitches and end up in ditches. Yeah, you're talking about I have to battle for you to stop snitching. I got it. But we're gonna work out some battles. I'm gonna put in the community tab. Everybody, watch the community tab. I'm gonna start putting in the community tab and asking for polls of what you want the battle to be about. The first battle we're gonna try to put together is between Nosy and Suits. If Nosy is willing to do it, I know I'm putting it out there in the universe, but I haven't heard back from Nosy yet. But we'll see what Nosy says. I appreciate everybody who has come out and who has been part of the live. I will turn it over to Suits for his closing remarks.
I just wish everybody peace and love. Love one another. Hating don't get you nowhere. That's it. Can't stop, won't stop.
All right, guys. Well, full bottles. That's what I'm talking about.
Full bottles, baby. Full bottles.
And we will see you on the next one.
Full bottles. That's what we're going. Our next live will be full bottles. That's gonna be the title. Full bottles.
Bottles. We're gonna go out with let's see. Here's a reggae song I put together called "Your Scent."
Scent as you pass by me, lingers in the air so free. Memory of you so clear. Wish you were always near. In a crowded room you stand. No words, just a touch of your hand. Heart races when you're close. This feeling I don't want to lose. Your scent pulls me in.
I write all the words. So.
Who that? Nate singing. Who was singing? Who was singing?
This one is AI singing. So basically, I write the words and I put it in, and then they put a voice.
Dreaming of you night and day. Your presence never fades away. Your scent as you pass by me, filling my world so endlessly.
That's a nice song. So for the next one, we need to do another live with another house.
Yep, I got plenty of them. I got Decants galore, and I know you got bottles galore.
Your
We can,
scent
We can do a house though. If you want to take a house, we can take a house next.
I mean, no, we could just
lost in you
do
with
fragrance, just
every
talk, chat it up. It don't matter.
That works.
Every breath I take
All right.
for you,
All
right,
I will
deuces.
take.
All right, peace.
Moments we share so sweet. Every time our eyes